Juliet Turner and Dr. Phil. Question is Maxine going to leave Corrie? Huh? One day the papers are saying, yes, she's going. Tracy Shaw, that is. The next day they're saying, no, she's staying. If you'd like to hear the right way about it, but tune in tomorrow. I'll be talking with Tracy. James Peake will be coming in live to sing for us. And the Fleetwood Mac tribute band Rumours. That's all tomorrow, just after 4 minutes past 9. Right now, it's 30 minutes after 10, and it's time for Gerry Anderson.
Yes, tune in tomorrow and find out if Tracy's leaving Coronation Street. It's gripping the nation. Also, I see in the Daily Mirror today that Richard Whiteley was spotted having lunch in Cape Town. What a wonderful thing.
Sit right back and view the situations are bad. The future is brighter. Soon we're floating on the crest of the wave. Goodbye to all your troubles. Change of heart. The world will start today's life. A new beginning. See you shining like a brand new star. Brand new star. Well, if you're thinking that you end up crying, maybe all you need's to get away from friends and the walls around you. Find a shore, step into the wave. Goodbye to all your troubles, change of heart. The world will start today's life. A new beginning, see you shining like a brand new star. Brand new star. I won't be a burden upon your shoulders. I will give you wings so you can fly to lands where your dreams surround you. Find a shore, step into the wave. Goodbye to all your troubles, change of heart. The world will start today's life. A new beginning, see you shining like a brand new star. Brand new star. I see you shining. I see you shining.
That's Kieran Goss falling off the pedestal. That's a song called Brand New Star, an a cappella version of that as opposed to a cappella. Right, some things to read today. Oh, incidentally, thank you to John Bennett in Belfast. Thank you to Susan McReynolds up here and BBC Radio 4. Thank you to all of those people. We'll be here until... What?
Could you handle a wee complaint now?
I haven't done my spiel yet.
I know, but could you do this? And then, because the man's in his work and he's just pulled into the side and he wants to get on with his work.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Yes. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson.
I believe you're in some difficulty.
Well, not so much difficulty, it's just my miserable nature coming through.
That's all right. I have a miserable nature too.
Young daughter's birthday in March.
Yes.
Thought, Disney on Ice is coming to the Odyssey, Toy Story. Think I'll phone up the Odyssey and book some tickets.
I think you should, yes.
Oh, I thought, excellent, it looks a good show.
It does
so I
indeed.
thought I'll phone up. Had a quick look on the internet. Tickets were £15 each. For the middle range, there was different ones. We went for the middle, £15 each.
Yes.
And I thought, that's fine. So I phoned them up and said, I'll have 4 tickets, please.
Mm-hmm.
Says, that's certainly, sir, that's £17 each. And I thought, why? It says £15. Oh, Friday's classified as the weekend, sir. It's £2 dearer.
Ah.
Okay, so that's the first bit. So
Yes.
we've now moved up from £15 to £17.
Okay.
She said, how would you like to pay? And I said, I'll just give you the card details over the phone.
That'll be
Certainly, sir.
£19.50.
That's £19 a ticket.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I thought, what? They started off at 15, now they're 19. It's £2 service charge per ticket, sir.
Per ticket, not per
Per
transaction,
ticket.
per ticket.
Not for the whole lot.
Yeah.
It's £2 per ticket.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to one of the ticket master outfits and buy a ticket from them, it's a £1 service charge.
All right, so you charge you £1 for buying the ticket off them.
You buy it, that's right, and if you buy over the phone, they charge you £2 a ticket. Now, if you have a group going, say, 2 adults and 4 children, that's 6. That's £12 extra.
It's
Just
more than
because,
that.
just to buy the tickets.
It's more than that if you go on a Friday.
It is, yeah.
How much is it extra if you go on a Friday and use a credit card?
£2 extra plus £2 for the ticket, so that's 4. So what's 4 sixes? £24?
24 quid and you haven't done anything.
And you haven't done anything, and that's just for the privilege of buying the ticket, never mind the show.
And how much does it cost you just go there and buy a ticket on the way in?
You can go and buy at the door or call in, and then it's just the standard price for the ticket.
But then you've no guarantee of getting in.
No, so I'm just pure luck that I'm going to be driving past between work.
Yeah.
So I've got the benefit, but if somebody else had to come, even from Bangor or Ards or Belfast, they then have to get a taxi, a bus, a car or drive and go to the door.
That's interesting when you say that because, you know, this seems to be the way things are going now. You have to pay for... Everything they say is going to be handier, but it's also going to be far more expensive.
Well, it seems to be, but what it seems to be is that there are what they call these Ticketmaster outfits, and I think it might apply to a lot of the big shows as well. So no matter what you get, the ticket price that's advertised is only there if you can manage to get to the door and buy a ticket in cash.
Any other way it's going to cost you more.
Any other way, it's going to cost you more.
Well, do you agree that Friday is the weekend?
No, my Friday starts... Well, you could maybe say that Friday night is the start of the weekend, but this is an afternoon show.
Friday afternoon to me is not the weekend. Friday
Not
night
yet,
is the
that's
weekend.
right.
Saturday
and Sunday's the weekend to me.
All right, then. See, you've grounds for complaint there, I have to say. Well, thank you for elucidating this. It's very important that the people out there know this stuff so they can ready themselves for the transactions in the future. And I hope you enjoy...
Well, we should do. It looks like it's going to be a very good show.
Sorry,
and we
Gerry.
we don't mind paying for the tickets.
I know, I hear a voice in the distance.
Sorry, I disagree with you two guys. Friday night is the weekend.
Friday afternoon.
It's still the weekend.
No, Friday afternoon's not the weekend, because I'm still working.
It's the weekend.
Friday
I don't
afternoon
work
is
weekends.
not the weekend. Friday night could well be.
Well, when does the weekend start then?
5 o'clock on Friday.
5 o'clock.
Maybe 6 after you get your tea.
I would have thought it was 6 or 7. You've had your tea, you then go out on the weekend.
See, you don't know. You see, you've gone from 5, now you've gone... both of you have stretched it to 7.
If you were on the dole, as I know you've been on many occasions, and you woke up at 12 o'clock on a Friday and you went, Jesus, boys,
It's Friday
the
afternoon.
weekend. You wouldn't say that. You'd say Friday afternoon,
Sean,
the weekend's coming.
do you get paid time and a half for work on Friday?
No.
No, we don't get paid.
Well, then it must be a week.
Let's not go down there.
Just walk away from that one.
Or are you like me? Do you get paid very weekly?
No, it's just the same. All doesn't matter if it's Saturday or Sunday. We still get the same.
You get paid weekly.
Yeah, well, I have to say that you've kept your cheerfulness remarkably well in the face of adversity. And may I say that it's good for you to come along here and tell us and warn the people out there what's in store for them if they want to go to Innocent Pursuits at the weekend, even though the weekend starts on Thursday night.
Well, who do we pursue on this matter?
We don't have to pursue anybody because that's just the way things are. I mean, if we ring up somebody and say, "Why do you do that?"
That's right.
Say,
there's no arguing, and you can't blame the poor girls on the end of the telephone because they don't set the policy.
They don't know. It's the same way as you go into the bank these days. Do you remember you used to go into the bank years ago? And
now you remember, there's a bank man out there listening to you.
I know.
And he knows that you're talking.
Okay, he's listening to me too.
Jerry knows he's talking about him.
Do you remember you used to go into the bank years ago and we used to say, could I have that, could I have some money in my account? And they'd say, you don't appear to have any money in your account, sir. And you'd say, could you just check that again? And then they go away and say, oh, sorry, sir, you have a little. But they used to go away and look. But now you say, they say, it comes up on the computer and you say, well, I don't think that's right. And he says, it is right because it's on the computer, sir. They don't go away anymore. You know, they used to go away and look and check for you. They don't go
that was before they had computers.
I know, but they used
the computer's done away with checking.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the computer's right.
But no, it's not. Not
Yes.
always.
No. You can argue with the
Not always.
computer.
You can't argue with a computer.
Yes,
Oh, you
no, but
can.
they
It's
won't.
Up on a
Yeah, you
man's
can-
screen, it's right.
No, but you
No,
can't.
no,
you
no,
cannot.
no, no, no,
If
no,
a thing
no.
comes up on the screen that you know is wrong, and you tell the girl behind the counter it's wrong, she won't believe you because she'll say to you, "The computer doesn't make mistakes."
That's right.
But it does make mistakes.
I doubt that.
It's a computer is fed by human beings.
Yes.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
There's another call for you when you're
I know. Well, just
finished.
don't dismiss
No,
this
when
man
you're
like
finished
that.
with Gary, there's no
I'll let you
Never
go.
finish
I'll let
with
you
it.
go and get the next caller. I'm
Okay,
away back to
you understand
back
there's
to
no
my
way
work.
we can help you there because that's just the way things are.
It is. It's just a bit miserable. You wouldn't mind so much if they said the ticket was one price and included the service charge, but when they start adding it all on top.
That's what they do. So let's warn the other people, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Phil.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. I liked him because he shoots from the hip.
Yeah.
It's a pity more people didn't.
There's a lady on 2.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine. What about yourself?
I'm shooting from the hip.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right. My niece, and she lived in Bangor and she moved to Morecambe and she was listening to it yesterday morning and she found you on Sky.
Yes.
So she said she's very happy now because she can listen into the Irish ones again.
That's very good. It's on 868 on Sky.
Uh-huh.
You can hear all Radio Ulster programmes on there if you so wish.
Well, she didn't know now till yesterday morning that she found there was a man on me yesterday morning and he and so her and her son went up through the channels and found.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't know that, especially a lot of people who are strangers to the digital technology. A lot of people get their Sky in and all they want to watch is Irish football. They don't realise that there's you can have you can listen to BBC Wales, BBC Scotland, BBC Ulster, everything. You can listen to everything, and you can even listen to the Qaeda Afghanistan network. You ever get that one?
You know, well, I don't have Sky. I don't know what she gets there, but
yeah, okay.
I was talking to her. She phones me every day. We miss each other, so we phone each other every day. And
well, she's not too far away. Morecambe's not too far. You used to be able to get a boat there. Can you still do that?
Yeah, but they what do you call it? They're not back on to Easter now.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Do you go over often to see her?
No, but she's coming over shortly to see me.
Is she married over there with children,
Yeah.
that kind of thing?
Mhm.
I wish that's nice.
Yeah, but one of her sons is still living here in Ireland.
Uh-huh. Well, that's okay.
He works in Electrical World in Bangor.
Electrical World in Bangor. No
Yeah.
better place I can think of to work. And where are you from yourself? Are you from Bangor yourself?
No, I'm from Banbridge.
Banbridge? Well,
Yeah.
good girl. Okay. Well, that's all the better to keep in touch. Anytime you want to send a wee message to her, you ring me up and I'll just say hello to her if you like.
Right, her name's Hazel
Hey.
Campbell.
Okay, Hazel over there, Hazel Campbell over there in Morecambe. Your mommy's thinking about you.
Her aunt.
Your aunt, sorry.
Yeah.
I
Will you
like
play a
that.
request for her?
I certainly will, but I can't guarantee I'll play the music that you want.
No, well, anything at all.
Okay, then.
Okay, Gerry.
Okay, special request
Bye.
for Hazel. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Pardon?
Your refuge correspondent is on 1, Sam.
Refuge or refuse?
Refuge?
You said refuge.
Well, I didn't mean to. Sorry.
You see, this is what we're talking
Yes.
about, standards.
Yes, I understand. Sorry.
Okay, see, refuge is a different thing entirely than refuse. Refuse is refuse. Refuge is refuge. Hello, good morning. What kind of a noise is that?
Don't know.
Where is he? Is he supposed to be on where that noise came from?
He's on 1.
No, he's not.
He is.
This is what's on one. Oh, there he is. Hello.
Hello, Gerry.
Is my refuge correspondent.
How you keeping?
All right. Is it refuse or refuge?
Whatever you want. We just call it a bin, man.
Refuse, then. That's what it is. Well, how are the bins been emptied these days? With a certain degree of difficulty, as usual?
Usual, Gerry. Great difficulty. There's a lot of rubbish out, like.
Well, you see, it's there's a build-up around Christmas. Are people respecting their wheelie bins the way they should?
I don't know.
Are you dealing with the wheelie bins, or are you the ordinary aluminium?
I'm kidding with a wheelie bin.
What kind of a thing have you on there? Are you on a mobile phone there?
Yes.
Is there a radio on in your vicinity?
No, I'm only have to turn it off, Gerry, because it's
that's
hard to
okay.
hear you.
That's okay. But you see, when you turn on the radio, it's no good. It makes my ears go funny. Anyway, what's your complaint? Anyway, what's wrong with you? Are you not happy in your work?
No, I'm on about the Odyssey.
Yes.
I had the same problem that fella had booking tickets. And
Yes.
they charge away over the odds. But then
Well,
I went down to-
no, we can't say that. Now, let's be fair. We can't say they're charging over the odds because they'll ring up and complain about it. There are
Well,
certain...
I turned around now. I said to them, I went over to them and I said, I have a 19-year-old daughter who wants to go and see Wesley. And they told me she needs a ticket.
Well, that's not unusual.
Well, she's not going to be sitting in a seat, Gerry.
But you see, you have to find some kind of way of getting in. Do you know what I mean? You can't let them in without a ticket. If that was the case, they just open the doors.
Well, they wouldn't expect her to be sitting on a seat. So where's the extra seat going to then?
Well, hold on a minute. I don't really understand what you're saying. Give me that from the beginning. You're saying that you bought a ticket for your daughter to go to Westlife.
Yes.
And she doesn't have a seat.
No, she does have a seat because I had to buy her a ticket at £27.
But how do you?
And she's only 19 months. What's she going to do? Go herself?
Oh, she's 19 months old.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's a baby.
Yeah, I know it's a baby, but these kids all love Westlife and all this music now.
Hold on a second. Is there something wrong with me? Am I not hearing?
What?
Did he not say she was 19 years old?
No, he may have said 19 years old, but he meant to say 19 months.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't my fault then.
No, 19 months.
I thought I was going crazy.
No.
You have a daughter who's 19 months old, wants to go and see Westlife, and she's got a seat.
Yeah, but I paid £27 for a ticket. But now her mother needs a ticket to get in also.
Yeah, but surely you could have figured that out before you did that.
No, well, why should you pay? You don't pay on a plane for a child under 2. You don't pay anywhere for a child under 2.
Oh, I see. It took you a long time to get round to that.
So why should you pay for a child under 2 going to a concert? She's going to be sitting on her mother's knee. Why do you have to buy an extra ticket for her? For their mother to sit and look at it?
But can I ask you this? How do you know that she wants to go and see Westlife?
Well, she loves them on TV. She keeps on going on singing their songs. So then, generally, you buy her a ticket for Westlife.
If she's 19 months old, she's telling you she wants to go to the Odyssey.
Well, she didn't tell me she wanted to go to the Odyssey, Gerry.
Well, how do you know she wants to go?
Well, it's a thing you do, isn't it, for your children?
I've never brought a baby to the Odyssey in my life.
Yeah, because whenever, at your age, it wasn't open, Gerry.
At my age, there was no babies. No, I have babies. But I never took babies to... I remember taking a baby of mine to see Kylie Minogue, but she was 17.
Well, did you ever take it up to the circus?
Yes, but not...
Well, my child doesn't like the circus. She wanted to go and see Westlife.
You have a 19-month-old baby that tells you doesn't like the circus and wants to go to Odyssey.
Well, she doesn't like the animals, so I took her to the Odyssey instead.
Can your child communicate with you?
Oh, of course, you can't just talk.
19 months old, she's talking about Westlife and stuff.
Yes.
I think you should book her into university.
Put her down.
And is she capable of moving? Can she walk and stuff?
Gerry, children can walk from 8 months. Some can walk from 5 months.
It's been so long. But
it's been so long since you were a baby, you mean?
It just seems odd that a 19-month-old child would demand to go to the Odyssey to see Westlife.
She'd let them on to go to the Odyssey. When they start to sing these Westlife songs, when they see them on TV, they run to the TV and they start singing their songs, well, then you have to do something about it, so you try your best to be a father.
Why don't you just buy her a Westlife record and put it on?
She's got the Westlife records.
Well, that's not enough for her.
No.
She wants to go and see them. She wouldn't even be able to... 19 months old, what do you see? She wouldn't be able to see that far.
Well, Gerry, she went to the time that you run that down at behind the BBC. She went to see them there too, along with the chorus and all.
Did somebody bring her along? Did your mother bring her? Did your wife?
No, I brought her along.
You brought her along?
Yeah.
What an advanced child that is. And she'd only been, 15 months old then?
Well, when was that, Gerry?
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 months old she was.
Whenever I went to school, well, she's near 2,
Well, when did she first start to go to her first concert? When she was 3 days old?
That was the first concert, Gerry.
And she liked it so much she wants to go and see Odyssey and Westlife.
Oh, they love this Westlife. Kids love Westlife.
Well, did you explain to the person behind the counter or whatever it was in the Odyssey that there was a 19-month-old child? And what did they say to you?
Well, they're just the same attitude from somebody standing behind Burger King. Do you want chips for that? He just said... I don't know,
Do you want French fries for that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we better looking in the mirror and practicing it.
Did you say...
just hadn't a clue.
Did you say, listen, I've got a baby here that wants me to take it to Westlife. So what I'll do is I'll get a ticket. Can I bring her in and she can sit in my knee? Did you suggest that?
Yes, I did suggest that. No, she needs a ticket. I said, but she's not going to be sitting on the seat. He said she still needs a ticket.
Well, I think that's wrong.
Well, of course it's wrong.
And I would be surprised. But you see, they probably haven't encountered that before. Really. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen very often. People don't bring babies to the Odyssey to watch Westlife. You know what I mean? I'd say you probably caught... Was it a male or female you were talking to?
A male.
A male. So you probably caught him on the hop, And we can find out about that one, can't we, Mr. Coyle? Yeah. Can't we...
Okay, I'll pass this on.
So there's somebody on the phone there. We can find out about that one. We've legitimate cause now to ask about that one.
Will you find out and you ring me back?
I will. I will.
But it makes no difference anyhow, because I'm going with her.
Yeah, but you have to buy 2 tickets.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to bring someone else to this place.
How do you mean? You're not bringing the baby now, are you?
Yeah, I'm bringing the baby.
Yeah.
But I'm going to bring someone else to fill the other seat. If she's not going to be sitting on, I'm not paying for a ticket, nobody's going to be sitting on.
I'm sorry, I just seem to have difficulty following you. What you're saying is you're going to bring the baby's going to sit in your knee, you've got 2 tickets, you've got 2 seats, so you're going to sit in the knee with the baby, and the other person you bring will sit with you in the other seat that the baby should be on.
Correct, but they told me you can't do that.
Oh, you can't do that? So
yeah, they said no, the baby must sit, the baby must have a ticket for a seat.
So the baby has to sit in the seat itself?
Yeah. I know. I said, I explained to him, I said, look, I'd want to go to the concert.
Well, you'll have to bring a car seat then and strap it
on. Yeah, you're going to have to bring a bumper or something.
So in other words, they're telling you that you have to bring... The baby has to sit on the seat itself.
So I said, the baby will be sitting on the seat, that you'll have to buy a ticket for it. I said, the baby won't be sitting on the seat, the baby will be sitting on my knee watching the concert.
Did you suggest that you're going to bring the baby and the baby would sit in your knee and then you bring somebody else to use the ticket?
I explained that.
And what, they said no?
No, it must have a ticket. I said, it's not a net. It's a child.
So, if you went to the door, right? There's you going to the door. Sorry, excuse me if I seem a little dull here, but you go to the door with your baby in your arms, and there's a mate with you. Say your wife. Say you decide to bring your wife, or whatever. And you go up to the door and you say, here's 2 tickets for me and your woman here. The baby's on my knee. They say, the baby can't come in.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's exactly what they're saying.
We have to find out about that one. Well, let me see. Are you free, Mr. Coyle?
Yes.
Can we find out about that one?
Well, the gentleman just phoned there now, and his theory on it, he doesn't know, but his theory on it would be that everyone who goes into the Odyssey, you buy a ticket, that's your insurance. If anything happens, you have a ticket, you're insured, anything happens to you.
Oh, in other words, if you have no ticket, you're not there.
Well, you understand.
It's like Dr. Nika on the did you read Catch 22?
Yeah, he's not in when you can't see him when he's...
Dr. Nika, his name wasn't on the flight list, so the plane crashed and he was killed. Yeah. And even though he wasn't on the plane, nobody spoke to him again because he was dead.
Well, we'll phone the place.
Yeah, well, see, but that's too mundane an explanation. But you see, the point is... Okay, I'm trying to work this out in my head. So he goes with his baby. And the baby's got a ticket.
But you see, let's face it, how does the person on the box office know that Sam is bringing an 18-month-old baby?
Because I told him.
Yeah, but you could be telling Porky Sam.
No, but you wouldn't know.
I would have given in there, Sean.
Wouldn't the people know
because
when he... No. Well, no, stop, please. Now, he arrives up with his baby in his arms.
Yeah, but they don't know. It's a full adult price.
Is it a full adult price, the ticket?
Yeah, £27.
You see now where I'm coming from?
I see where you're coming from, yes.
I don't.
Yes, you do. Because you could arrive up, you could say, I want give me a concessionary price for an 18-month-old baby.
They don't do tickets, but they don't do tickets like that, Sean. If you're buying a ticket, it's the one price.
Yes. No, but hold on a minute. No, we're getting complicated, unnecessarily complicated here. What we do is, he buys a ticket.
Yes.
Then he goes along and he brings his baby.
Yes.
And he's got one ticket and they don't let him in.
Yes.
But you see, what they're trying to avoid probably, because if that was the case, everybody would bring their babies.
Everybody, they would go and say, I want 4 tickets, but 2 of them are for 18-month-old babies. And you bring big adults with you instead.
And what you'd have is the Westlife concert full of babies.
Now, how can you bring big adults, Sean, with you? Because the doorman's going to stop you getting in.
Well, Sean, if I got a ticket and I carried you in my arms, and you had a big nappy on, the one that you... Bigger than the one you normally have.
You understand?
And sucking a dummy.
It doesn't say it's for a baby on the ticket. It's you when you buy a ticket for your baby, you get an adult ticket. Isn't that right, Sam?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, then that's the answer.
Sean, will you be my baby?
So it doesn't matter what ticket you're buying, Sean.
Be my baby.
You can't get a ticket any cheaper for a baby.
No, that's just
so. If I'm buying a ticket, I can't say I want a cheaper ticket for a baby. They're going to give me the same price that I'm paying for one.
But you see, you can see where these people are coming from, the Odyssey people. If the word got about, you could bring babies in for nothing. All the babysitters would be going to see Westlife.
And they'd put them in the seats.
And they'd be the place would be full of wains and nappies, and they'd be throwing nappies at Westlife on the stage. And you know what that's like. You know?
Well.
But they would hit the fan. And so I
You understand, if you had a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, you'd be expecting the same price. You'd be expecting to get that baby in for nothing.
Where does it stop?
And the 3-year-old...
No, it doesn't. It usually stops at 2, Sean. You should know that now. No matter where you go, and a child under 2 gets in free.
Does a child under 2 get on an airplane free?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes. I booked Euro Disney the other day, and children under 2's free.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
For everything.
You should go out more, Sean.
There must be somewhere else that a child's paid for. I can't think. I don't know.
Well, if you go into a pub and you have a child with you, it has to buy.
You have to buy a mineral like Sean.
No, it has to buy. It has to buy its own drink.
But sometimes there's nice barmen. They say, "I'll give that child a wee orange," you know.
Or give that child a wee vodka and wait.
But now there's another one coming up, Sean. There's another kids thing coming up.
Right.
Like there's the Tweenies all coming up over there.
How much is it to get into the Tweenies?
I think it's £27 for the Tweenies and for a Toy Story on Ice.
I think maybe perhaps
If it was a child show. No,
stop.
listen. If it was a child show and they were charging me £5 notes to get in to see them, all the adults could come along. It's just the reverse of the argument.
Well, you can't send the child to him on its own, Sean.
But what he's saying is, why don't the adults pay a fiver too, and then they'd all go?
Well, what I'll do, but the tickets are £27 still.
That's the big
So what I'll do is I'll walk up to the Odyssey the night the Westlife's playing, and get one of the girls in the Odyssey and say, right, there's my child, put her in her seat and you watch her. And if they turn around and say to me, well, it's on the two of us, but well, I can't afford another ticket. You watch her. You told me that I must have a seat for her. So there's her seat. There's her ticket. You look after her.
There's an idea, Sean. Why don't you ring the Odyssey and ask them if a baby crawls up to the door with a ticket between its teeth, will they look after it and put it in its seat?
Yes.
Right.
Will you do that?
I shall.
Okay, come back to us later.
Okay.
Okay, we'll find them. We'll have to find that out. Okay, sir. We appreciate you on the horns of the dilemma. All right.
Okay.
Joy would like to talk to you now.
Good luck.
Good luck, sir. Good luck. Joy would like to talk to me now.
Yes.
Will you do that? Will you ring the Odyssey? Because, I mean, you know, we have to sort this out.
Yes.
Because, I mean, if that'll be the case, I mean, the baby's crawling all over the Odyssey.
Right, okay.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, that's promising. Where is she on 2?
Well, she should be on 2.
Well, she's not. You heard the thing yourself. Do you want to hear it again?
Did you press 2?
I
Joy?
pressed nothing. Hello, Joy. Joy to the word. Oh, hold on a minute. There's a funny sort of thing going on here. Hello, Joy. No Joy. No Joy. Did you get that? Yeah, listen. This is a good opportunity for me to play. I was showing you this morning. Bert McCormick. Where's he from again? Ballyclare?
Yes.
Ballyclare. Bert McCormick has got John Wayne, America, Why I Love Her. It's been reissued on CD.
Yes. And
this isn't a pirate copy, and he's got plenty of those. I'm going to play a track. It's John Wayne's. There people have been looking for that for years and couldn't get it. It's now released, and I have to say that I have no
How did you get it?
He sent me one.
Only one?
Just one, yeah. He's no, but why would he send me 3 or 4? I mean,
why would he not send 2 on for the wee programme?
But your wee programme doesn't matter. To me. Matters to you and to everyone else, but not to me. Not to me. This is John Wayne. Bert McCormick has plenty of these. Give him a ring, he's in the book. I get 10% of all sales. No, I don't. No, none of that. I'm just performing a service.
On a trail drive from Texas, down by the Rio Grande, we drove past the Medina, a dry and bitter land where before the Longhorn streamed a long grass range once was there. Now we heard them in silence with a feeling of despair. The day was hot, the wind was dry, and mesquite barred the way. The gay and the cactus tried to drain our lives away. We came up to a ranch house, dying in the desert sun. Looked the old spread over and couldn't see anyone. Then from the ranch house a man stepped out. He was old beyond his years. A viejo caballero, his eyes filled up with tears. I have nothing for you, senors, he said. My hacienda's empty now. There was a time. He shook his head and gave a gentle bow. I asked him why he'd stayed on in a place where hope was dead. He looked up at me and his face grew soft, and this is what he said. Mis raíces están aquí. My roots are buried here. Now I've punched cattle from the Rio Grande to the cold Montana plains, and I've pushed them through New Mexico, through Arizona rains. I've seen ranchers hanging on when it's been 45 below, and the thoughts always crossed my mind as to why they just don't go to a place where life is easier and where nature's not so hard. And then the past comes floating back, and I'm in that viejo's yard. I think of him and his quiet pride and of the things that he has done, and I know that if men battle back at the snow or the broiling sun, they'll live their responsibilities to the land that they love best. America will proudly stand and in her vigil will not rest, for no matter what may lie ahead, the answer is loud and clear. Mis raíces están aquí. My roots are buried here.
Isn't that good? That's Mis raíces están aquí. My rats are buried here. That's John Wayne from an album called John Wayne, American Way I Love Her, which has now been re-released and is now available. And the only place I know you can get it is in Bert McCormick's shop in Ballyclare. Give him a ring, he's in the book. And I get no satisfaction in saying that, or indeed any pecuniary gain. Right, I've got some other things to do here, but I haven't time because it's 10 minutes to 11 o'clock. What I have to do now is bluff until 11 o'clock comes and waffle a little so that I can reach the point where I can say to you, in all truthfulness, it is exactly 11 o'clock.
92 to 95 FM
and 1341 medium wave.
BBC Radio Ulster.
BBC Radio Ulster News at 11 o'clock. This is Sarah Travers. Israel says 4 soldiers, including an officer, have been killed in an attack by Palestinian militants on an army post. The 2 Palestinian gunmen died in an exchange of fire in the south of the country, near the border with Gaza and Egypt. Barbara Plett reports from Jerusalem.
This took place when 2 Palestinians, according to the Israeli army, cut through the border fence in the southern part of the Gaza Strip and entered Israel proper. The Palestinians were armed with assault rifles and grenades. They attacked a military post near an Israeli farming village. Some reports suggest that they attacked just as the soldiers were going out on a patrol of the area. A cabinet meeting is going to be convening shortly, and ministers will be discussing there how to respond.
Police are trying to find out why a man leapt 5,000 feet to his death from a light aircraft flying above Oxfordshire. The female pilot, who's said to be extremely shocked, alerted air traffic control and later landed safely at Bryce Norton. The man's body was found on a football pitch at Fifield. Police will search the area today. The Chief Constable, Sir Ronnie Flanagan, is to meet the relatives of the Omagh bomb victims on the 24th of January to deliver his response to the Ombudsman's damning report on the investigation. He's expected to answer the criticisms made of police actions in the report, which was released last year. Michael Gallagher lost his son in the bombing and is the chair of the Omagh Victims Group. He says the meeting will be an emotional one for the relatives.
It's something that's got to happen. We've, as I say, we've heard from Nuala alone, and now it's important we've got to listen and respect what Sir Ronnie has to say. And it will be a very painful meeting and difficult at times, but it's important that happens.
The police board is meeting for the first time since the publication of Nuala O'Loan's controversial report. SDLP member Alex Atwood said he expected to take early delivery of Sir Ronnie Flanagan's response, and the board would be meeting with the Chief Constable, the Ombudsman and the families of the victims.
What is most important is that the policing board is being addressed by the Chief Constable, by the Police Ombudsman and by the relatives at Omagh, and that the 6 recommendations of the Police Ombudsman report become the work in progress of all those who are interested in a new beginning for policing in the north.
Plans by the government to give paramilitaries more time to decommission will be opposed in the House of Commons later today by Unionist and Conservative MPs. Decommissioning was expected to be completed by the end of next month, but the deadline is to be extended for a year, with a provision that extensions could run until 2007. MPs will vote tonight on the Northern Ireland Arms Decommissioning Act, where the Conservatives are to attempt to limit the extension to 1 year. The winner of last Wednesday's £16.6 million National Lottery jackpot still hasn't come forward. Camelot is urging people to check their tickets. If the money had been put into a savings account a week ago, it would already have earned more than £14,000 in interest. The weather forecast: cloudy but mostly dry today, with temperatures around 6 degrees Celsius. BBC Radio Ulster News.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Travel news.
Tonight's Norse Merchant Ferry sailing to Liverpool will now leave Belfast at 10 o'clock this evening instead of 9. Passengers should check in by 8. Turning to the City Airport, the British European flight from London Gatwick, due to arrive at 11:15, has been delayed for around 3/4 of an hour. And on the roads in the Lisburn area, there's traffic controls on the Hill Hall Road at the junction with the Quarterlands Road as roadworks continue there until 4:30. Deirdre Harshaw with the travel news.
Thank you. Welcome back. It's 4 minutes past 11 o'clock. If you want to contact this programme, it's 08459 555 678. Or indeed, use the email if you wish, gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk, all lowercase. I'd have a letter here from a person who wants to say thank you to someone that you don't know. It's from Margaret. She says, daily we hear stories and reports about the evil and badness which occurs in our society. But I would like you to read this out, as it shows there are exceptionally fine people out there as well. I was shopping in Stroke City about 10 days before Christmas and went to take money from the cash machine outside a well-known local hotel. I went through the usual procedures and waited, but no cash was paid out. Thinking there was a fault or no money actually left in the machine, I took my card and I left. I walked up to the adjacent traffic lights and was waiting to cross the road when a young chap came up to me and he said, "You didn't take your money?" And he handed me the £100 which had come out of the machine after I left it. I was so taken aback I could only stammer a very shocked thank you to him. I wondered later why I hadn't handed him even a small £10 note, or indeed a large £10 note as a small reward, but as you can imagine, I was so surprised anyone who would be... Sorry, anyone... I can't make that out. Oh, sorry. I was so surprised that anyone a week or so before Christmas would be as honest and generous as he was. May God bless him, and perhaps he may hear this read out and know that I really did appreciate his honesty and kindness. One thing's for sure, it wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me. I was speaking to a man there, and he said that his daughter came home from Holland just before Christmas, flew into Belfast, and she brought with her 11-day-old baby and was charged £50 on the plane. So you told me lies.
I didn't tell you lies.
You and Sam told me lies. I knew you paid for babies and planes.
11 days old.
11 days old and was charged £50.
Sure, where would an 11-day-old child get 50 quid?
Well, there you are. There's a man on one.
Did you ring the Odyssey yet?
Not yet. I haven't got round to it.
I didn't think you had.
No.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, how are you, comrade?
Have you ever been a member of the Communist
You've
Party?
asked me this here before, but you're a student here, and there's a wee bit of radicalism about me, you see. Tell me, I have something that I have to ask you about. Well, Wendy Austin, she doesn't tell lies. She doesn't.
Never does, no.
Never does. She was on the radio this morning, and she had on the two opposing factions, one from Ryanair and one from the Trade and Standards crowd.
And what was wrong with them?
Hold tongue. And the next thing is, it was all to do with these here tickets that Ryanair were selling for £1 a go. Do you remember?
Yes.
Right? But there was a surcharge, a charge for weekends. And their weekend was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That was the weekend. And it was a tenner for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but it was only £1 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That's a tax over which they have no control.
And
Hold
they
on a minute.
said
Monday's a weekend as well.
They said that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday was the weekend. However, Wendy, she gave it to them. She gave it to them and said, "How the hell can you say that Friday?" And the people from the Trade and Standards agreed with Wendy and said correct and they found Ryanair guilty of this bad practice and bad advertising and said that Friday and Monday is not the weekend.
You be careful what you say about Ryanair.
No, I know, but I'm just look, I'm actually quite fond of Ryanair.
So am I. I'm a regular traveller.
Hold on. Even the guy from Ryanair admitted, he said yes, that they had got it not wrong, but they weren't right, that they should have said that the weekend was only Saturday and Sunday. And the way that they have now rephrased it is that there's a £10 charge Friday to Monday inclusive.
So they don't say it's the weekend.
Right, but the weekend, according to the Trade and Standards, is Saturday and Sunday. So whenever you ring the Odyssey, you can say, hold on a second, Friday is not the weekend, Monday is not and this is not like according to Gerry Anderson or to the mature student, this is like it's according to Wendy and the Trade and Standards, and Wendy does not tell lies.
Wendy doesn't take any prisoners, you know.
She does not. You
don't mess Wendy about.
Well, I thought I would just bring that to your attention.
Thank
and
you
by the way, if Davy Johnson is listening and he's in his digger, his name is now on the radio.
Davy Johnson in his digger?
Yep.
Okay. Right, thank you very much for that interesting and important information.
It was.
Which rounds this programme off. Okay.
God bless.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. What a lovely person that is. I've got a little message here from Mrs. Mary Pollock from Coleraine in County Londonderry. She says, I'd be very grateful if you could pass this request out over the airwaves. I am looking for light shades manufactured under the Vantona label. That's Vantona. These are bedroom light shades to match in with my duvet and curtains. I require 2 bedroom locker light shades and 1 uplighter light shade. The shade I require is Tabasco Czech Citrus. It transpires that the company Vantona have stopped manufacturing this shade in 2001, but there's a fair to reasonable chance that a retailer in Northern Ireland stocking the Vantona label may have some of these in stock. Wishing you, Gerry, a peaceful and prosperous new year. Thank you. That's from Mrs. Pollock. People are very fussy about the light shades, aren't they? Have you got 1 uplighter light shade?
I don't know anything.
Have you got a bedroom locker light shade?
No.
Have you got a Tabasco Czech Citrus? Do you know what it is? It's because we're Catholics, isn't it?
I never look at things that match.
We don't have anything like that.
I'll tell you what, having said that, did you by any chance see Jon Snow on the other night there?
Jon Snow?
And he was wearing say a blue suit.
He wears very bad ties, Jon Snow. Are you going to tell? Is that what you're going to talk about?
He had purple socks on.
Yes.
Very bad socks.
I like Jon Snow.
He's nice. He puts on a good show.
Very good programme.
But anyway, Anna would like to talk to you.
Would she? Where is she?
She's on too.
Hello, good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Gerry. How are you?
I'm fine,
Happy
thank you.
New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Now, it's about this ticket business for going to the concerts.
Yes.
Originally, when I rang up the Odyssey, when it just opened, and I asked for tickets, they asked me, were the children over 16? Because if they weren't, they had to be accompanied by an adult.
Yes.
Now, then this business about, sitting on your knee and you should get in free.
Yes.
Well, what about when these kids are sitting on the mummies and daddy's knees and then the people behind them can't see?
What?
And you say to the attendant, excuse me, I can't see this youngster sitting on this person's
What
knee.
size are your youngsters?
Oh, big.
I mean, it's all right. I can understand for the youngster 25 or 26. But I mean, 5 or 6 year old child sitting on his mother's knees isn't going to tear above his mother's head.
But when they're moving about and jiggling about, and if you have maybe a 10-year-old behind that, then they can't see. And the so-and-so, and if they sit on somebody's knee, then the next person behind complains, and the whole thing just goes on and on. Whereas the attendant says, sit down in the seat, and that's why.
There's only one thing that I'm interested in, to be honest with you. I'm trying to figure out some way to get Kylie Minogue sitting on my knee during a concert.
She'd be a wee bit too thin for you, Gerry.
No, she's not. I went to see her I went to see her one time in the King's Hall, and I was quite taken by her, and I never got over it.
Well, I think she's a wee bit thin for you, maybe.
She has the perfect bum.
Do you think so?
I've never seen one like it.
Oh, I don't know about that. But you see, they always talk about women's bums, but they never mention men's.
Well, I don't talk about men's bums as a rule in this programme because it upsets some of the other men. I've seen men's bums, yes I have indeed, but nothing like Kylie's, I have to say.
Do you have a wee fetish about Kylie?
I've always been very fond of her, and I'm trying to get her to sit on my knee, and I've been trying for years, and I have never been able to pull it off. I've never been able to make sure that this thing happened.
Maybe she's not into the more mature man.
Stop laughing. Anybody can make a mistake, Anybody can say something that they don't mean. That's what you're laughing at, aren't you? I knew as soon as I said that it was a mistake. But I got out of it, didn't I?
You did.
I got out of it, yeah.
Went from tickets to Kylie.
I know, yes. Well, okay. What was your original point? Excuse me, I was distracted there.
Well, you have to have a ticket to go in. No matter what age you are, you have to have a ticket.
Well, this is the general feeling. But this man that I was talking to seems quite upset that his 15...
Then everybody would jump on the bandwagon.
His 15-hour-old child is not able to, to sit on his knee. Well,
I actually think it must be for the insurance.
Well, that's the general consensus.
Yeah, because when the girl said, what age are they? Because you must be accompanied by an adult.
Yeah,
in other words. And I would say it's maybe all to do with just in case anything happens to them or they get lost.
I suppose what his main complaint really is that the price of the child ticket is the same as for big people.
Well, I think the Opera House is the same.
Is that right?
Unless it's a children's show, of course.
Seems rather mercenary to
But
charge.
sure, Westlife are worth £27.
You must be off your head. You're serious. So why go to see Westlife miming? No, but a 15-day-old child.
He was 19. It was 19 months, was it not?
Well, maybe it is. Yeah. They tend to get younger as the programme goes on. Well, they shouldn't have to pay 27 quid to see Westlife. After all, they're of the same mental age.
Oh, you cruel man!
I know I'm terrible.
You cruel man!
It'd be different if it was Robbie Williams. You know, that would be. You can understand that. You'll understand what he's on about. Anyway, well, thank you for contributing whatever it is you contributed. What did you contribute anyway? What did you say? You told us you needed a ticket to get in. Well,
you can be cutting sometimes.
I can be, can't I? I'm trying to eliminate that for the new year, but it's not working.
Being so cutting?
I don't know what it is. It's because I'm gnarled and twisted.
Do you think you are? Well, I suppose that comes with the age.
That's what it is, yeah. I'm starting to get...
that comes with age. I thoroughly enjoyed Michael on that day.
I'm thinking of getting him on again, you know.
He was excellent. Not that you aren't good.
No,
I don't mean that, but the combination was very witty.
I'm thinking of getting him on again because he was a little nervous the first day. I'm going down there... When am I going down to Belfast? Is it next Friday?
Friday.
You're not going, aren't you?
No, I wasn't invited.
Of course, no. I'm going not this Friday, but the Friday after the 18th. I'm going down on the Friday the 18th. Do you think maybe you should get Michael in again?
Yeah, why
not? Of course, do you pay Michael for coming on?
Pardon?
Do you pay Michael for coming on?
Let me just check. What does she mean?
Oh, I don't know. We don't know the meaning of that word.
You mean...
You know, if he lost a day's wages, would you reimburse him?
I think you should take the next call. Patrick's on one.
No, that's not the way it works. This is the BBC after all. People should be
Well,
privileged
I suppose
to be
you
on.
did buy him lunch.
Yes, I did, but I won't be have time to... I'm just thinking about that. I must ruminate on that and mull it over.
Yeah.
I'll get back to him during the course of the week. If he's listening, don't be getting excited, because I might decide not to take him at all.
And then you could take him for lunch.
No, I can't take him to lunch that day. I'm otherwise engaged.
Patrick would like to talk to you about rubbing down joints.
Well, what about this woman here?
Whenever.
No, I don't need any joints rubbed down.
I was afraid to ask you, but
I'm
you
a
know,
bit young like Kylie Minogue, you see.
All right then. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Where's his joints? Where are they?
One.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, Gerry.
Yes?
Do you know anything about rubbing down a joint?
I'm afraid to answer that, to be honest with you. What kind of a joint? You mean a...
Well,
a spliff? Well, what kind?
Well, I used to be apprenticed plumber.
Yes.
And the joint, copper to lead, you had to rub down a joint.
Oh, I see what you mean. You used to be apprenticed.
No.
You used to be apprenticed somewhere.
Yes.
Where was that somewhere?
I was in Belfast.
Right. Tell me that again.
The joint, the copper to lead pipe.
Did you join the copper to a lead pipe?
Yes, you rub down a joint. You used to rub down a joint with a blow lamp and...
Oh, I see. How's that?
A lamb's wheel and all,
Yes.
Lamb's wheel in your hand and run...
Why do you feel the need to tell me this?
Well, yesterday you were talking about a less skilled operation, grain a door.
You were talking about the scumble.
Yes, scumble, right.
And incidentally, I have a lot of emails about scumbling, which I have to get out of the machine. I think it's only fair that I read them.
Well, I thought that rubbing down a joint was a far more skilled job than what scumble was, because I was able to do it myself, scumbling.
Well, I've always said in this programme, each man to his own.
Yes.
If you want to scumble, by all means scumble. If you want to rub down a joint,
yes.
Don't let me stop you.
Well, every street in Belfast used to have their own grain. And he used to deal with rubber comb and all.
That's right. Everybody had their individual designs. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
I didn't know.
And every door was all the same and they all gleamed.
Like a tartan sort of thing?
Yes.
You mean every street had a different squiggle?
Yes.
Had they really?
Yes.
Were they aware of that?
Well, as you said, there was a man said yesterday there was a one-arm man done it and there was different people done it.
That was a one-armed window cleaner?
Yes. Well, he was able to scumble.
You see, a one-armed scumbler is a sight to behold.
Yes. Well, you want to see a one-armed man trying to rub down a joint, which is impossible.
I think I'd nearly pay money to see that. It can't be.
You hold the solder in one hand. You got a blue lamp in the other.
Well,
and you've got your you've got your lead joint and your copper. You've got your copper, and you've got your lead, and you open it and you put it in, and then you fill it up with solder, and then you rub that down with a lamb's wool on your hand, and that's what was known as a rubbing your joint down.
Do you remember? You never see that. No, he's absolutely correct. You must know, Gerry. You were a toolmaker. You were handy at one time. Do you remember you'd see a man sitting down a hole? You see a man, and you'd watch him as a wee boy, and you'd have a big lump on the pipe. Isn't that right?
That's right.
And he would put the blow lamp on it, and then he would rub it with something. You say lamb's wool?
Lamb's wool, yes.
And he'd form this big poultice.
That's right.
Big bandage round the pipe.
If I told you that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Whenever there was a leak in the street, and the man would come along and dig up,
I was never there watching him.
You watched the man.
Well, you've seen it happening in a house.
Yeah, he's in the house as well, as well.
Oh, you're talking about the lump in your pipe?
Yes.
Why didn't you say that in the first place?
Well, that's what's known as rubbing down a joint.
It's a joint.
Actually, everybody knows that.
So they don't have joints anymore.
Well, you didn't know it at the time.
I didn't know it at the time. Are there no joints anymore?
No, there's no, because they don't use lead piping anymore.
People take tablets.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
No, it's all plastic.
It's all plastic.
And it's plus lead, it's dangerous.
Okay. Well, thank you. I realised you were determined to tell me that, how it worked.
Yes.
And you got it in.
Yes, I did.
But you see,
did he have a bag on his shoulder?
Pardon?
Did he have a bag on his shoulder?
Yes, yes.
Did you have a bag on your shoulder?
Yes, that's right.
What did you have in it? Do you have spanners and stuff?
The blow lamp and solder, flux, different things.
Hence the expression, she had a face on her like a bag of spanners.
Yes.
And you don't.
Well, I had no need for I had spanners. Yes, I had spanners. Yes.
Do you know what you never see now either? Do you remember you used to go in and get your car fixed? Men used to bring out spanners. They don't do that anymore. There's no work for a spanner left anymore. Well, if you still get spanners.
Yes.
Do you still have them on your shoulder?
No.
Are you
but I'm an old age. I'm an old age pensioner now. Like.
But do you not keep your hand in? Every once in a while, would you not get your spanner out?
No, I don't. No, because my health is bad.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
But you would if you could. If you're at yourself, you'd be.
Well, I worked. I worked with the last time I rubbed the joint down was with the Belfast gas.
When was that? A long time ago? Or?
That was when the gas was operating on Bankmore Street. Operating out of Bankmore Street.
When was that? The 70s or?
About the 70s, 60s, 70s, before the start of troubles.
Well, all right, and good man, because I see if without your participation today, there'd be people out there who had no idea how to rub a joint down.
And we weren't afraid. We went all around Belfast. There was no closed doors.
That's right, yeah, all kinds of... was there trouble?
And they all worked together. There was nothing, there was didn't make any difference what religion you were, who you were, black, white, any colour.
Nobody throwing pipe...
As long as you're able to rub a joint down.
Nobody throwing pipe bombs at you?
No, but as long as you're able to rub a joint down and rub it down good.
Well, that's that's something that we should keep in mind. Better to rub a joint.
Yes.
You never see a plumber with a bag on his shoulder, or you never see a man testing the water now.
No, you never.
I've around with a stick to his ear.
Can't believe how long it's been since I've seen a man testing.
Or a lamplighter.
Well, a lamplighter. Well, we know that you don't get too many of those. But the man who used to test the water, where has he gone?
What about the man test the railway tracks? Where is he?
The man used to tap the railway top with the hammer.
Yes.
Where is he gone?
Where are they?
Where's he gone? And where's the man who... Well, you're the man... Where are you? You're the man who used to come round with these spanners over his shoulder.
Yes, well, I'm retired, sitting in the house here.
But is there nobody like you? Is nobody...
Nobody took over.
Nobody came after you?
No.
The whole world's gone to hell in a handcart.
I know, but sure, don't... as you say, it's a plumber now is all home heating.
That's right, yeah.
If you want a plumber, who do you get? Diner rods?
Exactly, diner rods.
Or somebody like that.
I laugh.
You don't get a plumber.
I poo-poo diner rods. I scorn them.
Yes, well, they're not plumbers.
No, they're not. They're only excuses for plumbers.
And all they use is Denso.
Denso.
Make a hole and put Denso into it, and that's it. Or fill it up with Denso. That's your joint the joint they make.
Yeah, I turn up my nose at Denso.
Yes.
Okay then, well listen, thank you very much for talking to us today, and I hope you feel a bit better.
Right, Gerry.
Thank you.
And all the best to you and Sean and Geraldine.
Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. He's the man with the bag on his shoulder.
He's Patrick. Could you talk to another person there too?
I wanted to see
Is
him.
it Lane? Oh, Lane's angry.
Why don't people walk? Do you know when things go wrong here in Radio 4? They don't go wrong that often, but this is a very complicated piece of machinery we have here. This desk that we use to communicate happiness to the masses.
Yeah.
If anything went wrong, wouldn't you pay anything to see a man coming in with a bag of spanners over his shoulder and saying, "What's the trouble, boys?" Instead of them boys with glasses.
Yeah.
Who know nothing.
Men don't have toolboxes anymore.
They don't have toolboxes.
No.
And when was the last time you straightened out a flange in your car? When was the last time?
Lane's angry on two.
When was the last time your flange was bent? Come on, be honest with you. And when was the last time you had water in your toolbox?
Exactly.
When was the last time your overhead camshaft lay down and died?
I talked to Elaine.
And did your big end go recently? Elaine?
Hello.
Good morning. How's your big end?
Went a long time ago.
That's okay. That's all right. Has your big end gone recently?
It went about 10 weeks ago when I had a baby.
How's your thermostat then? Is it functioning normally?
Off the wall.
Okay. Right, what can we do for you, Eileen? Is it Eileen?
Elaine.
Elaine, sorry.
Yeah.
Close.
No problem. I have a 10-week-old son.
Good. Don't be bringing him to the Odyssey.
Pardon?
Don't be bringing him to Westlife.
Oh, well, I've worse than that. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And her father and his best friend decided that they would take their daughters to see the Tweenies.
Right.
At the Odyssey.
Okay.
At $16.50 a skull.
Fairly steep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not you were sitting on a seat, whether you were 1-year-old and sitting on your mother's knee, it didn't matter.
No matter where you were.
Yeah. So that woman that was on, right, she said the attendant could tell the mother to put the child down on the seat.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you see her in a room full at the Odyssey with 2-year-olds telling them whenever they're watching the Tweenies, "Hey child, sit, don't be sitting on your mummy's knee, sit on the seat."
You see, it doesn't work in practical terms. I hear your little baby there now.
Can you hear him?
Is he on your knee?
He's in his cot.
He's in his cot? Well, he's all right. He's functioning grand.
He's great.
We see, this is a perennial problem, what to do with the children. But you see...
Yeah, but, I mean, my husband came home and he says, great news, we're going out for a night. And I thought, oh, yeah, he's taking me some restaurants. So, yeah, we're going to the Odyssey to see the Tweenies.
And your heart sank.
And I went, oh, yippee.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, now the Odyssey full of kids watching the Tweenies.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you rather be?
I know. Could be worse. It could be playing ice hockey as well. And another thing, it seems to me that you don't get out much. You need a wee night out, I think.
Would you tell my husband that?
Is he listening?
I hope so.
What's his name?
Alan Brown.
Alan Brown, if you're listening, take your woman out. Bring her out for a wee meal in an Italian restaurant, fill her full of wine. And go home in a taxi and she'll enjoy it. You'd enjoy that, wouldn't you?
I would, but it's this Tweenies night that's looming up. And
no,
I
you
thought
don't want
that
woman
I thought that woman was off her rocker. Can you see me saying to my daughter, sitting on my knee, "Hey child, you're too big. The woman behind me can't see. The woman behind me can go and rattle."
She can go and rattle is right. Do you know what you need? You need to go to a nice wee restaurant and get a bit of ratatouille and a wee bit of a Greek salad and a wee bit of a chicken escallop and a wee bottle of nice white wine from Australia and a wee sweet and a wee cigar after. That's what you want. And a wee Zambuca.
Oh,
and a taxi home, and you'll be anybody's after that.
But maybe that's what got me into the trouble in January, and that's why I have a 10-week-old son now.
Yeah, maybe I should suggest that people keep away from the Zambuca. What's his name? Alan Brown, is that his name?
Alan Brown.
Alan Brown, take this woman out. Don't be bringing her to the Odyssey. There's people like John Bennett down there. You don't want to go there. And the Tweenies are there, even though the Odyssey's a wonderful building.
It's brilliant. I've been there to see the ice hockey once. Just once.
I've often been. They're very nice people. What do you call the people who play ice hockey? The Belfast Giants.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a very nice man. Every time I meet him, he's always inviting me down, but I never go. I was supposed to go down. I was a very nice man, invited me down to the Three Tenors were there on the 29th of December, and I didn't go there either.
How long does a nice hockey match last?
Oh, it's got ends and quarters and periods.
But
and all the
how
rest
long? How long does it last? I don't think
until the ice goes away.
I don't think I could sit through it.
It'd be very cold for you. You know the way your legs are.
Yeah, but would it last an hour and a half?
Well, there's lots of people go. Thousands of people go and scream their heads off.
But there's a question now. If we were asked this on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for £1 million, we don't know the answer.
I'd have to phone a friend.
We don't know the answer.
No, but all your lifelines are gone.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
That was quick. So all your lifelines are gone.
Here's the three of us sitting here now.
Okay, so what are the alternatives?
Well, what are you going for? No, you've had your last.
What was me 4 boxes?
Well, does it last an hour?
Yeah.
Does it last an hour and 15 minutes?
I think it's an hour and a half.
Does it last an hour and a half, or does it last an hour and 40 minutes?
I'd go for the hour and a half.
Right, so that's for your £1 million.
Yeah.
What are you going for, Gerry?
If I can't phone my daddy.
No, you can't phone no one.
Ask her, is that her final answer?
Is it your final answer?
Yeah.
Sure.
Can I phone my daddy?
No, all your lifelines are gone.
Are you absolutely sure? You could drop 32,000 quid of this.
Okay.
No,
I'll go for an hour and a half.
This is for $1 million.
$1 million?
This is for $1 million.
Don't forget, if you
Can I
lose,
take the 500,000 and go?
if you lose this,
I'll stick with the 500,000 and go.
So what are you going for, Gerry?
we don't want to give her that.
No. What are you going for? How long is an ice hockey match? There's a good question.
Too long is my answer.
Yes,
to that.
but how long is it?
Well, an hour and a half is football, so that's wrong. I'd say that.
That's where I'm slipping up, you see.
So what if it was
I'd say an hour. 4 quarters.
Aye.
I don't know. I know nothing about ice hockey.
Do they have a half time?
I remember reading an article about ice hockey. Apparently, ice hockey is only popular in Northern Ireland because people beat each other up.
No, but do they change ends in ice hockey?
I'm sure they do.
I think they do.
We don't know.
They have periods.
I know.
There's names that Americans use.
Yes,
you know.
I know.
I want to go in the sin bin to see what I can get up to.
But do they toss for which end, and then do they change around?
We know nothing.
We know nothing about ice hockey.
Remember the time John Bennett was watching hockey and somebody hit him with a puck?
Right between the eyes.
And he had a big bandage around his head.
Very lucky man.
Very lucky man indeed. Yeah. If I had hit him in the head.
There's someone else somewhere. Whenever you two are finished.
I think we've exhausted this.
The only other thing I would ask you to do, considering that I'm so highly strung and I don't get out much,
yeah,
could you dig up Don McLean, Castles in the Air?
Why, is he dead?
You know that.
Castles in the Air. Oh, I love that.
So do I. See, that's where I heard it. And I fell in love with it, and my sister bought me the album and everything.
I will not be party to your cocktail generation.
Partners Waltz, devoid of all romance. That's a bit like me, isn't it? No, it's not. My husband's very romantic.
Devoid of all Chinese meals. All right, then. See if your husband doesn't bring you out now. He's no good. Get rid of him.
I can't do that. I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Okay. All right, then. Best of luck to you and your little children.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Gerry, wants you?
Bye. She was nice, wasn't she?
She was very nice.
She's lovely. Hello? Jerry?
Hi, good morning, Gerry.
Good morning, Jerry.
Hello, I was listening to you speaking to the chap that was on earlier about rubbing a joint down, and you let it be known that you were a toolmaker. You kept that a secret. I didn't realise you were a toolmaker. Then a musician, because that's what I was as well. I started off as a toolmaker, then progressed to being a musician.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened.
Tell me.
I made a mistake. You see, when I was at school, I went through a fallow period whereby I refused to study. And this coincided with my doing the GCE O levels. So I did very badly in those.
Yeah, me too.
And I decided to get a job, you see. The people, Christian Brothers, they said to me, how would you like to be a toolmaker? I didn't realise they're being sarcastic. So I said yes. So they got me a job as an apprentice toolmaker. So I went down to this big factory. I'll never forget it. It was very, very cold the first morning I went down, and there was frost in the ground.
Yeah.
And the fella said, right, lads, there's about 4 or 5 of us. He said, there's a load of metal out in that yard. Bring it in. And I looked at it, and it was all frost. And I said, can we have gloves? He said, no. So I knew then that it was wrong.
Yeah.
So it went from bad to worse. I realised that I wasn't cut out to be a toolmaker. Then one day, it all came to a head. What they did was, they said, listen, we want you to make a little spanner out of a solid piece of metal. So they gave us a piece of metal which was 4 inches by 6 inches. That's a big piece of metal. And they said, draw a little outline of a spanner in the middle of that, and then file down the rest of it. So I said, file it down on the machine? He said, no, file it down manually. I said, that'll take us days. He said, yes, that's the idea, to instill discipline, right? So there was I had my little vice, and I put my metal in, and I'm sawing away at it, like from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. My arms were hanging off me, and beside me was an electric buff. You know what an electric buff is?
Yeah.
So I said to myself, to hell with this for a game of cowboys. So I lifted my metal out, and I filed down the rest with the electric buff, and I put it back, and I pretended to file away. So the man came over, and he looked at my metal, and he says, you're doing really well. I said, yes, aren't I? He said, can I have a look at that medal for a moment? So I took the medal out and he looked at it. He said, there are burn marks on the other side of this. I said, I don't know how they got there. He said, I think I do. I think you filed this down using the electrical buff, which is what you were told not to do. I said, no, I didn't. He said, I'm going to give you one more chance to tell me the truth. You're lying to me. He said, tell me, did you use the electric buff? I said, no. He said, I'm going to give you one more chance. Did you use the electric buff? And I said, yes. He said, you're fired. So I realised then there was no point in telling the truth. I was sacked.
And how long did you last then?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, so you know.
I was an apprentice toolmaker for 2 weeks, and then I decided that the ordinary workaday world wasn't for me, so I bought a guitar and I locked myself in my bedroom for 3 weeks, 3 years, and I came out and I became a star.
Good, well.
I did the right thing. But I have to advise any people who wants to be an apprentice toolmaker, don't do it.
Nah, it's not worth it. It's all computerised now anyway, it's all CNCs. Anyway, what I was phoning for was when you were talking about she had a face like a bag of spanners, there was a lot of phrases in engineering, and there still is, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And one of them was, she's got a face like a welder's bench. Have you ever seen a welder's bench?
I've seen a welder's bench.
You know how when they strike the arc, they always strike the arc on the bench and they leave wee knobbles all over it just to break the end of the rod. And I thought that was a brilliant description. There's thousands of others as well.
The one I always liked was, I remember a fella talking about a girl he went out with, and I said, what did she look like? He said, she had a face on her like a plate of mortal sins. That's purely for Catholics, of course.
Yeah, well,
can you remember any more?
Eh?
Can you remember any more?
Oh, there was one, she had a face like a second-hand dartboard.
I've met her.
Face it would frighten the French. I never quite understood that one.
Frighten the what?
Frighten the French.
Frighten the French?
Yeah.
That's obviously some archaic reference to the Neapolitan Wars.
It must be. I never quite understood it. But it worked quite well in a Glasgow accent.
Yeah. See, there was a time when indeed the British Isles were threatened by invasion from the French. Why didn't they say the Germans? Face it would frighten the Germans. That's probably of 19th century origin. Early 19th century.
No doubt.
Nay, late 18th. Anyway, did you used to be a toolmaker yourself?
Yes, I was a toolmaker for the best part of 15 years.
You see, if I had made it through the first few weeks, I could have been like you.
No, I didn't enjoy it. It was purely for the money.
I didn't get much enjoyment out of it either. Those 2 weeks I was there.
You don't get much when you're an apprentice. You get paid buttons anyway.
I know, but I know other people who started with me and carried on and were toolmakers for all their lives and had a life of misery. Anyway, anything else we can do for you?
No,
you
that was all. I just thought I would pass a few of them on to you.
Thanks very much.
See if there's anybody else who's got any other. What do you call those things? They've got a face like a. There's a name for that, isn't there?
A face like a welder's bench. I don't know what they are. What are they? They're not aphorisms. There's something.
There's something.
I can't remember.
Well, I'll be interested to hear if there's any more.
They're very, very sexist, both of you. You'd be ashamed of yourselves.
I've got a few more that I can't see on there.
Let's ask the ladies to phone in.
Yeah,
I saw a lady the other day and she had a very big bum, and I said to the fella beside me, that girl walking away there, her bum looks like two small boys fighting in a tent. Is that good enough for you?
No, thanks, Gerry.
Right, thank you.
Okay, mate, cheers.
Bye.
Mr. Martin's on the line for you.
Tell him I don't care, he'll have to wait. The people want to hear music.
No righteous man has the right to you. This is so real, it's true. So throw your money down, I'll see you around. You look so different, no way, not tonight. I'm blocking it out, and I try so hard, but I don't know how. And
There's the thing ended, me doing something else. That's a song called I'll See You Around from a band called Silver Sun from an album called Neo Wave. I'm lost completely. What's going on here?
Okay. James
Have you
is on
spoken?
too.
Oh, yes. Hello, James.
Hello, did you speak to Johnny Walker for me yet?
I didn't have an opportunity to speak to him.
Oh, come on, Johnny, now you're letting me down.
I can't remember why I was supposed to speak to Johnny Walker about you. Why did you...
I asked you, could you get me the recording of the thing that went out in BB and Radio 2 on the Bobby Darin story?
Oh, yes, of course.
And you've never bothered your Barney?
No, I never did. No, I'm sorry about that, but see, I'm so busy doing a million things
I'm busy
here.
doing nothing.
I'm busy doing nothing.
Listen, as far as I know, it's 3 20-minute periods for ice hockey.
Well, I was right then. That hour.
I think it's 3 20 minutes, but I wouldn't go to the back door to watch it, Jerry.
Neither would I, no.
Wouldn't entertain it.
No, I don't. I used to go to ice hockey in Canada. I used to support the Toronto Maple Leafs. But I didn't go there.
What about the Toronto Flyers?
I never supported them. Well, I didn't go there because I wanted to go. People I used to hang around with used to go, and I used to go there.
You had to go?
I went for the beer. But I never understood the attraction of ice hockey, to be honest with you.
No, I agree with you, Jerry. To me, it's a non-event.
You can never see the puck.
That's right. It goes too quick.
It was like cricket. I remember going to... The one and only time I went to a test match was in Old Trafford, I think, in Manchester. Australia were playing England. I couldn't see the ball.
You were very lucky getting into that. I've never seen a test match, Jerry.
That's years ago. And the people were sitting around listening to the commentary on the radio. In the ground.
That's right.
And I was saying to one of the guys, I said, what's the score? Because I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't even see the scoreboard. And he was telling me, I said, why don't you just sit at home and listen to the radio? He said, no, it's good to be here in the sun. I said, when you get a sun bed and lie in it. But I never understand why people go to test, because you can't see the ball and you have no idea what's happening. Men
goes
stand
too
there.
Quick too.
And they stand there rubbing their trousers. That's all you see. Men
they rub their trousers quite a lot.
I know. Listen, did you do that piece of research for me about why... Remember?
Oh, I did, aye.
Did you reported back, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Well, what?
Well, you'll have to wait there, go and get it. Can you hang on 2 seconds?
Certainly can. I'll read out some things of it.
Right, just a minute.
Yeah. The Life and Adventures of Nicholas Nickleby, Part 1, it will be on Wednesday the 9th of January to Saturday the 12th of January in the Lyric Theatre in Ridgeway Street. That's the Youth Lyric. And these are young actors, and we give them a chance, so go along and see them. That's from Wednesday the 9th of January.
Hello?
Yes?
I'm back.
Good.
I had to fiddle into my computer there to get these things out.
I didn't know you had a computer.
It doesn't work, but...
No, right.
Listen, another thing which I want to say to you, if you remember Eddie Cochran sang a song one time called Weekend.
Yes.
And the first line was Friday night and everything's right for the weekend.
Yes.
So it must start on a Friday night.
Oh, I've never disputed that, but my problem was when people say that the weekend starts on Friday afternoon.
Oh, not at all. Sure, we don't finish work till 5 or 6.
The weekend starts after you get your tea on a Friday.
That's right, and you get a bath and get ready to go out.
And you get the dirt off you. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. The weekend starts when you go out the door whistling with your fag in your mouth.
That's right. We used to go out every Friday night and head to the bar.
Where did you go? What bar?
I was a driver.
Did you not drink?
No, I didn't drink. I was a driver.
What bar did you go to?
I'll tell you what we used to do, Jerry. We used to go to the Flamingo in Ballymena.
Yeah.
And we used to hit every bar on the Antrim line on the way up. And we used to start about 7 o'clock. And we had one in each of them and then drive on. And then we headed into the Flamingo around about 10.
That's 3 hours solid.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
And boy, I were well oiled, I can tell you.
I would say so.
I was a driver, so it didn't bother me.
Well, had you a local in Belfast, a local pub that you went to more than others?
No, we used to... The one we used to drink in mainly was a Lisburn.
Uh-huh.
There was a bar in Lisburn we used to go... I think it was called Corkins or something like that in Lisburn. Yeah. And we used to go there quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the Troubles came, that put a kibosh and that was stopped going.
That's right, yeah. Troubles put a kibosh to a whole lot of stuff.
But that's where we always headed to, Lisburn. But Friday night was Flamingo night.
Mm-hmm.
And I never danced much. Did you play in a Flamingo much?
Oh, yes. Do you like my hot dogs, boys?
I don't remember you much, Jay.
Well, I was there quite often.
Were you?
Oh, yeah. Do you remember Radio 1 used to go along and do concerts from there? They used to do that at lunchtime.
Did they?
But once a year. They used to do a kind of a tour, and I remember doing that one time. Do you know the funniest thing I remember about the Flamingo? And this is not an old show band story. Sammy Barr, God rest him.
That's right.
The fellow who ran it. Do you remember at the top of the stairs there was 2 6-foot flamingos?
There was, yes.
Well, I was talking to him one night. He used to make these hot dogs. Everybody knows about this. He was very proud of them. So after the dance, he used to bring you downstairs and he said, "You like my hot dogs, boys? You like my hot dogs, boys? You like my hot dogs?" And we used to say, "I love your hot dogs, Sammy. I love your hot dogs. You like my hot dogs? You like my hot dogs, boys?" And he was sitting there one night. He said, "I'm very upset," he said. "I'm very upset." I said, "Why are you upset?" He said, "See, I'm flamingos. I'm big birds. I have them top of the stairs." I said, "Yes." He says, "There's one of them away." I said, "There's one of them away?" I said, "What happened?" He said, "Somebody nicked it." I said, "Somebody nicked one of your flamingos."
How did they get out the door?
That's what he said. He said, "It's not the value thing." He says, "I just want to know how you got it out. How they got it out." And you know, I'd love to know how they got it out too. 6 foot tall flamingo trying to get that out. I mean,
but sure, there was doorman on, Jay.
I know. How did they get it out?
You couldn't get past the doorman if you had anything up your jumper.
He says, "How they get it out? How they get it out?" And I never knew how they got it out. But anyway, tell me about this research that you have done there.
You wanted to know what was on people's mantelpieces and what was on people's TVs.
Exactly. As from the ornament point of view. You see, we had let me just set this up for the benefit of new listeners. I innocently mentioned the other day that I was going to move my ornaments, and people castigated me and said that people don't have
ornaments.
People said that people don't have ornaments anymore, and I poo-pooed that right away. And I said, "What are we, minimalist? All of a sudden, what are we, Man Ray?" And I suddenly realised that, you know, maybe people should know what people are keeping in their mantelpieces.
Well, I surveyed 100 homes, Jay, throughout the North Belfast area.
Yeah.
And right enough, there's quite a few of them have nothing on them.
What percentage?
There was 31% had nothing on their...
You mean not even a Toby jug?
Nothing on the TV and nothing on the mantelpiece.
Not even a clock?
Not even a clock.
Jesus.
Their clock was on the wall. And some people had those big grandfather clocks standing in the corner.
What about...
There was 10% of the houses had candlesticks at each end of the mantelpiece.
Yeah, well, that counts, I suppose.
So that's... You can say that's one.
Yeah.
And there was only 5% had clocks on their mantelpiece.
That's the country's gone to the dogs. I blame the Troubles.
Well,
people have lost interest.
For a hell of a lot, you may as well do that too.
People have lost interest. I mean, what? I mean, if a child of 15, a young, restless teenager, is at home, what's to keep him in the house if there's no ornaments?
Well,
you go out and cause trouble, joyride. Tell me now again. What about the people who have ornaments? What have they got?
No, well, there was candlesticks and mantelpieces.
What about Toby jugs? I want to hear about the Toby jugs.
And there was clocks. And you know what was on some mantelpieces?
What?
Wise monkeys.
See no evil, hear no evil?
Yes.
Speak no evil.
They were on a few.
Brass monkeys. I haven't seen those for a long time. What about lottery tickets? There'll be a lot of those on the mantelpieces.
Well, funny enough, Jay, there was a couple of bookies dockets in some of the mantelpieces. But I didn't see any lottery tickets.
What about
Now, you see on the TV...
Yeah.
On the TV, there was 15% of people had pictures of their kids.
School pictures?
Yes.
With their wee ties on?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you.
On the TV.
Yeah.
And there was another 30% had a light on the TV.
That's handy for changing the channels.
Well, maybe that's... I don't know whether they put it on or not, you know.
I've always thought that a light on top of the TV was superfluous because it clashes with the natural light coming from the tube, the cathode ray, and indeed sometimes casts a reflection on the screen, which makes the hole in the wall again look funny. There was
20% of people had a remote control on top of the TV.
What's the point of that?
But see, you can't find it if it's about the house.
Sure, if your remote control's on top of the TV...
If you know it's on top of the TV, you know where it is.
But isn't that a self-deluding prophecy? I mean, if you've got your remote control on top of the TV, if you go that far to lift it, you may as well just change the channels manually.
But sure, there's no buttons now to change it. You have to pull down a wee secret compartment and all the buttons are in underneath it. Have you ever lost yours down at the tea?
All the time. But I always dive down after it.
Well,
I've never been in a position where...
Many's a time in this house of ours we can't find it.
I know. I think it should be... Everyone should have a remote control table. Many have you got?
I have only a one.
I have 4.
You have not.
I have 4.
How many TVs have you?
No, I have 4. I've one for the ordinary TV, right? I've one for the video. I've one for Sky, and I've one for me TiVo box.
What's that?
You see, you don't know anything.
I know Sky, but what's a TiVo box?
TiVo box is the latest in technology, whereby you record everything on a CD disc, on a CD.
And they call it a TV box.
No, what you do is it downloads all the programs. It makes phone calls from your house and everything. And if you're in too late, it rings you up and tells you to come home quick because it's a good program. And it records programs that it thinks you'll like.
And you would be out late on a Friday night.
And you know what it does too? Do you see if you're sitting watching EastEnders, which
Yes.
I'm sure you wouldn't do, if you're sitting watching EastEnders and somebody comes to the door, you can stop it. And
How can you stop it?
You can stop it.
See, you can't stop time.
Yes, you can.
No, you
With
can't.
the TiVo box, you can stop it. You can stop it for half an hour.
How can you stop time?
You can stop it. You can stop...
You're telling me that if you're recording EastEnders...
No, not
and
recording.
somebody comes in
No.
and you can stop it or record
No, not
it.
recording. Watching it. If you're watching EastEnders, or if you're watching a football match...
Right.
A live football match, somebody comes to the door, you can stop it. And up to half an hour, and then you put it on again, and it starts again where you left off.
You're joking.
I'm not joking.
And
You have a lot for a man who doesn't watch TV.
I have
now you're
those-
talking.
Hey, James.
Do you know what?
Now
do you
you're
know-
talking.
Do you know what I do?
Do you ever go out?
No. Do you know what I do? I select what I watch.
You do not.
And I put it on the TiVo on the CD. It
You
records
might as
up
well
to...
put it on your video.
No, it's too complicated. The CD records 40 hours. It records 40 hours of television.
Can you still not set your video?
I can't.
No, I can't set mine either.
Anyway, never mind that. What have they got? What else have they got in their TVs?
No, not, some of them have nothing on them.
That's because I know what I think. It's because they have nothing on them because they have nothing.
We have nothing in ours.
We have nothing in ours
It's only
either.
because you're too miserable to buy anything.
I have nothing in mine.
What have you got in your mantelpiece?
On my mantelpiece, I have 2 goblets from South Africa, which my daughter brought home a while back when she was there.
Yes.
And there's a small carriage clock, and that's it.
That's very sparse. Let me just, Mr. Coyle, what have you in your mantelpiece?
That wee blue boy and a wee blue girl, and as James said, a wee gold carriage clock.
I forgot to tell you something.
What?
Something happened to me this morning.
What? Did you fall?
No.
Did you lose your wallet?
No, I'm almost ashamed to tell you what it is.
What?
I went out this morning at 8 o'clock, right? Out of my home with my dog to walk my dog.
Down by the shore.
Yes.
And you found a Christmas tree.
Do you know what was sitting in my driveway?
A Christmas tree.
Yes.
It was not, was it?
My Christmas tree. Remember I threw it in the water?
I'm glad to hear that.
Somebody got it and
Yeah.
brought it up again and put it in my driveway.
Yes, that's good.
I swear. And you know what I did? I threw it back into the river again.
There'll be
And
one
see if
there
it's there
every
when
day.
see if it's there when I go home. There's going to be an offer.
Do you know who's putting that there?
Who is it?
I would say it's the bin men.
Bin men.
Fair play to them.
But it's my tree.
I applaud them.
It's my
Maybe
tree.
the water wardens.
It's my tree. It's not somebody else's. It's
Yeah.
the one I threw away 3 days ago.
Maybe the water wardens.
It's not the bin men because they don't come to a Friday.
I applaud them. Fair play
Right.
to them.
So what do you say? You got a blue boy and a wee blue girl. Why don't
Yeah.
you put clothes on them?
There's a man there. Look, would you let Dennis have a wee quick word with you and James? He's on one.
I certainly will. Hello, Dennis.
Yes,
You're communicating with Mr. Anderson and Mr. Morton.
this is excellent news.
Good.
The simile that I was interested in sharing with you.
Simile.
Simile is the word that somebody was looking for a minute or two ago. What do you call them
It's not an
things?
aphorism. That's like an ant. Yeah.
Oh, an aphorism is something entirely different.
I know.
Perhaps you were thinking of metaphor,
I was indeed.
which is something akin to a simile, but without the word like in it.
Exactly.
Right. An interesting one that I came across some time ago was, she had a face on her like a slate hanger's nail bag.
Like a slate hanger's nail bag.
Yes.
Now, this is one we have to write down.
Yes, I think
James,
that's
you heard that one before.
Sorry?
Where's James? James there.
No, I didn't hear that guy.
A slate hanger's nail bag.
But I know what he's talking about because when people are up in their ears putting the slates in. They've always got a bag in their hip.
And it's not a pretty sight.
No, it's not. That's right.
We've been accused of being sexist.
But
did you ever see a man with a face like a slate hanger's nail bag?
I'm shaving at the minute and I'm looking at one.
Okay then. And what have you got in there?
I've got one here. A face on him or her, like a well-scalped arse.
A well-scalped child's arse, yes.
What about I have a taste in my mouth like a bottom of a child's pram?
You can go further than that.
I know.
But Turkish wrestlers jockstrap.
James, no, stop that. Stop that. James, thank you very much, sir. James, thank you for the... I'm very disappointed to find out that the people have nothing on their mantelpieces. I'm very disappointed to find that out. James, you still there?
Yes.
Sorry.
James is not there.
Oh, is he not? Where's James?
I am. Oh, James is there.
Sorry,
I
James.
thought he'd gone to sleep.
James, thank you for the sad news that people no longer have anything on their mantelpieces.
Will you speak to Johnny for me?
Johnny who?
Johnny Walker.
Yes, I will.
And see if you can get me that.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, man.
Because you never do nothing for me.
I never do. That's a double negative.
Oh, I know that. I know.
Okay. All right, then.
Jerry, thanks very much.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, the two of you. Bye. Bye. It's just one thing after another. Let's play another track from John Wayne. I'm fed up. Will we do that?
That'd be lovely.
Where is it? No, somebody took it. Oh, there it is there. Somebody took it. I'm going to play one now called The Good Things. Don't forget now you can buy this, if you like.
Apparently George Jones gave away a bra yesterday.
That's because he doesn't need it anymore. He's losing weight at an awful rate. It's not like him to do things like that.
We hear a lot about war or hurricanes that hit our shore. We hear a lot about hard times and a good deal more about the crimes that make the front pages of our news. But all that does is sing the blues about America. Now, what are the good things in our lives? About the men who love their wives, who take their kids when they go fishing, spend their working days just wishing to make things better. A fireman who climbs a tree and sets a little kitten free. A policeman who helps you cross the avenue. A man who stops when you're broken down and asks if you need a lift to town, or simply says, "Friend, what can I do?" Have you stopped to the grocery store and watched a kid who's bit off more than his 5 or 10 cent piece can chew? He needs just 2 cents or 3 to get that soda pop, you see, and you get that feeling? Why not? And you come through. And how about on a Sunday morning? The sun's up high and the day is morning and church bells break the stillness in the sky. And all your neighbors and your friends climb in the family car again and go to church. Never question why. Then you look at the USA, the folks at work, their kids at play, and looking back you see how hard they've tried to keep this country free and strong. And somehow you've known all along the answer's here, right in your own backyard. For as long as you believe in love and faith, hope, God above, the future of this land of ours is strong. And most of us feel just that way, and that's the truth. So let us say, America can't be so very wrong.
John Wayne, that's a song called The Good Things from America Why I Love Her. Happy birthday to Pamela Dunlap and happy birthday to Margaret Smith, and also happy birthday to Vincent Cunningham. Very happy birthday to him from his wife Roisin and his 2 boys Niall and James. Anything from Christy Moore would be nice, but it's too late for that. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time at roughly 10:30. Don't forget, if you want to write to me, write to Gerry Anderson, care of BBC Radio Foyle, Derry, Stoke, Londonderry. It's exactly 12 o'clock.